Welcome back to Deadly Outlaws. 5-star reviews. Uncle Barry, well, Barry here. Well, howdy, Outlaws. Welcome back to my show. If you're a fan of my content and I am making you hungry, consider smashing that subscribe button, clicking that notification bell, because I'm going to show you some foods I'm going to review. I'm here to try relive the decades of Taco Bell. The decades menu. And I am going to show it to you, Outlaws. So let's show you it, Outlaws. So check it out, Outlaws. You got the Gordita Supreme, beef, lettuce, cheese. Over here you have the green burrito, the tostada, and the mexi-melt. Now, let's give you a little history. In the 1960s, they had a tostada that has beans, lettuce, and cheese. In the 1970s, they had green chili with beans for the green burrito. In the 1980s, they had the mexi-melt. They came with pico de gallo and cheese and beef. And in the 1990s, my favorite, the Gordita Supreme, which I already told you, lettuce, tomatoes, cheese, and a fluffy tortilla. The Taco Bell cup. From the Relive the Decades. I can't wait to try these. Alright guys, so what'd you guys think? So let's get a silly thumbnail of all this. Just don't drop it. Ka-ching, got it. All right, guys. So let's try, give you a history of the decades. So let's first try the tostada. I do have sauce too, also. Here it is. Ugh, it looks gross. Let's give this a try. Bean paste, yuck. Lettuce. Yeah, that was the 1960s. One of the 1960s where the man was on the moon. The astronauts on the moon with Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin. I think it was like 1969. Ugh. Let's try the green burrito. This is in the 1970s. Let's give this a try. Where's the green sauce? Yeah. Lots of bean paste. 1970s, they had the green burrito. What happened in the 1970s? Oh yeah, Star Wars came out. And they also had Alien in 1979, which is a horror movie. But Star Wars, George Lucas, Star Wars. And they had Rocky. Lots of good movies in the 70s. Now we're gonna get to the 1980s. That's when I was born, in the 80s. I never had these mexi-melts because I was a little kid back then. Let's give this one a try. Freaking amazing. I like the pico de gallo. The beef is good. Cheese, amazing on this soft taco. I can't believe I never got to try this when I was a little kid. And what happened in the 80s? Let's see. Well, in the 1980s, Ronald Reagan was president. He was like, tear down this wall, the Berlin Wall. What else happened in the 80s? Any movies in a movie? Oh, yeah. The Empire Strikes Back. And they had Return of the Jedi. And not to mention some of my favorite movies. Well, I'll tell you my second one. The Terminator. Oh, it wasn't that bad of a movie. And they also had Arnold Schwarzenegger. Lots of Arnold Schwarzenegger movies in the 80s. And Sylvester Stallone. Like The Terminator. There was Cobra. Rambo. What did Arnold Schwarzenegger do? Twins. No, that was in the 90s. Raw Deal. Lots of movies I'm naming. Now let's get to the 1990s. Oh, not to mention they had Super Mario Brothers Super Show and The Legend of Zelda in 1989 with Captain Lou Albano that played Mario. All right, now we get to the last one, which is the Gordita Supreme. Oh, look at that pillow of the tortilla. Let's give this a try. So delicious. I remember eating this in like the 2000s when I had a Gordita Supreme. I think I ate it in like 1997 when I was a kid. So what happened in the 1990s? Let's see. We'll talk sports. The Seattle Mariners made the playoffs for the first time in 1995. Not to mention, I forgot to say in 1989, Ken Griffey Jr. signed with the Mariners. I think he was drafted in 87. I forgot to say that, but Mariners made the playoffs in 1995 the first time. When I think there was a strike in 94. They had a good baseball player in Ken Griffey Jr. to hit like 56 home runs. And what else happened in the 90s? TGIF on ABC. Of course, they had that probably since the 80s, but that's when I watched TGI, like Family Matters. Watched one of my favorite shows of all time, Boy Meets World. Lots of good things to watch in the 90s. But let's get to our rating. One more bite with the tostada, I'll get to our rating. And then they have the empanada, apple empanada, that I'll review for you guys later on. I've never had it before. It needs hot sauce to save this for its life. Horrible. And I'll get to our rating after I put this hot sauce on this tostada. Okay, let's see if I can save it. A little better. All right, the hot sauce helps. And Outlaws rating for the tostada for the 1960s, I'll give this a 3 out of 5. It's okay. Probably would have got a 2 if it weren't for that hot sauce. For the green burrito, I like that green sauce. I'm not a fan of beans. I'll give this a 4. It's actually really good. For the mexi-melt, one more bite. A 5 out of 5. Absolutely delicious. For the Gordita Supreme. 5 out of 5. Absolutely delicious. So Outlaws, go to Taco Bell and try to relive the decades. Because this retro cup is really cool. Taco Bell, look at that. Of course, you have to get the cravings menu. I ordered and gave all that food to my wife. That's why I want to create my own decades menu for you guys, which I use this for. But it's really good. So Outlaws, check it out. I would probably recommend get the Gordita Supreme and the mexi-melt because that's the best. Or maybe that green burrito look good, but the tostada, you decide if you want it or not. All right, guys. Would you like a personalized video shout out? You can go to cameo.com/outlaws_generation or check out the patreon.com/outlawsgeneration. I do my alcohol reviews on there, sometimes other food reviews as well. Behind the scenes, James does rants, though he's posted them and no one's watched them. See, James, they don't like ya. Or check out the drama and politics. That's very popular as well. For a $20 tier. And if you guys want me to put in more future tiers, let me know in the comments below. All right, guys. So after these credits, I'm going to recommend some good content for you. You can click on my video a long time ago where I reviewed, you know what? This is the 80s. This is stuff. I'm going to have you click on one of my videos. You can click on my video a long time ago where I reviewed the Volcano Taco from Taco Bell. Clicked around subscribing to Outlaw Sports Den. I open one pack every weekend, or I post stuff from conventions. Clicked around subscribing to Outlaws Generation, and you can check out the patreon.com/outlawsgeneration. Well, that's it for the review. You can't review it until you taste it. Until next time, join Outlaw's next adventure. Fellas, Outlaws Generation out.